Hey everybody, it's Brian Von VA. Today we're going to be doing more D&D meme reviews. Yes, some are cringy, some are edgy, some are great, some are bad. Let's discover which ones we've got today. If the player handbook says that you can have a romantic relationship with your warlock patron and your patron is the fathomless, does the PHB condone tentacle hentai? Huh? Sorry, that was a strange thing to ask. I have one question. Do you like drugs? What? Of course I like drugs! I think we're gonna get along great. Socialism has ruined D&D. None of my parties can be within 5 miles of mistreated workers or underpaid soldiers and not attempt to unionize them. When your PC dies and the DM doesn't know how to introduce your new one. And so he came from the woods, he did. Thanks, D&D. Now I know the difference between being able to crush it at the gym, being able to ride the bus, no hands while using my phone, being able to go through the whole shift without a coffee, knowing what I'm talking about, knowing when to talk. Talking to you. Hey, baby. That's how charisma works. You guys know the D&D movie is going to flop opening weekend. Everyone is going to say they'll be there but cancel last minute. But if opening night was like Tuesday, then I could make it. But only if it starts after 8 and finishes by 9:30. Sorry, I can't make Tuesday between 8 and 9:30. How about we do the third Wednesday of the month because I have to walk between 7:12 and 8:57. God, that should have happened only because of the joke. How many dice sets do you recommend a DM should have in general? Yes! All of the dice, including that little teeny tiny one over there in the corner that I never roll and use. Big evil door portal equals, or is it equivalent to, werewolves? Werewolves. Werewolves are the merchant class, a close cousin to the Khajiit. Werewolf has wares if you have the coin. Has anyone ever tried Intimidation crab meat? You will believe this is crab meat or I will visit you tomorrow at your house. Why come Dwarf is good at using axes? I thought Dwarf burrowed under the ground and built kingdoms and live. For them, the hammer to break the stone is a reasonable object, but the hammer to cut down the tree doesn't seem to be very reasonable for them. Shouldn't they be able to handle pickaxes instead of axes? Why are they good at handling axes? Elves live in trees. I devised a new system for determining D&D classes. Barbarian. When driving, you change lanes before stopping at a red light because the new lane has one less car in it. Fighter. You wear the same clothes 2 days in a row if you know that the same people won't be seeing you. Paladin. When shopping, you'll pull an item to the front of the shelf to replace the one you just took. How nice. Cleric. You go to bed at 10 p.m. and go to sleep at 1 a.m. Yeah, I'm a cleric, I guess. Here's a bard. When someone happens to say the first part of song lyrics in normal conversation, you sing the rest of the lyrics out loud. Done that before. Druid. You greet every animal you see as if they were a person. Also done that before, too. Monk. You go out to buy a protein drink because you don't like the protein mix at home. Ranger. You're afraid that no one will love you as much as you love your plants. I mean, I've been there. Rogue. You replied to a text by sending several texts in a row, even though a single text might have sufficed. Sorcerer.
Where did my glasses go?
Says the person with the glasses on. Warlock.
Your phone screen has been cracked for over a year now.
And finally, the wizard. Has separate and distinct uses for 2 different pairs of scissors. Psst, tell us a secret about your D&D character that your party members don't know about. At night, instead of standing guard, my rogue just sits and stares at the sleeping Kenku Paladin.
I'm watching you when you sleep, Father. I'm watching you when you wake, and I need food.
I need to eat you! Sophie Vergara said Joe Manganiello turned their wine cellar into a D&D lair. He still plays Dungeons and Dragons? Yes, he is obsessed with it. He has like a dungeon in the house, and he has like a lot of figurines. Like a fake dungeon, right? Well, it was supposed to be the wine cellar, and suddenly it started to happen. He has these gigantic heads of dragons hanging from the wall. It has like a little village all in the table. It's not a wine cellar anymore. It's a dungeon. This is actually true. Also, Joe Manganiello has a whole D&D company called Death Saves that sells D&D themed clothes. And apparently these two just separated like 3 weeks ago. So that's kind of sad to hear, but you know what? May he find the true D&D nerd waifu of his dreams. A rules lawyer debating the big bad evil guy during combat. Well, you see, I believe that you are going to die. Yes. On what grounds do you believe I will die when I'm the one that has the advantage here? I am first in initiative, I have more DPS than you can possibly imagine, and I have inspiration points. Wizard, I summon my cat familiar. And the rogue just responds, yeah. Send Whiskers in there to set off any deadly traps. Whiskers, who understands common and immediately returns to its own plane of existence. Yeah, see you later, you losers. I'm out of here. I'm gonna get on my skateboard and go. You can't tell me what to do. I'm not allowed to post dragon porn anymore, so here's something wholesome instead. Why would you post it in the first place? That's disgusting. Why did you try to seduce the dragon? Me, a squishy support caster. Tiny tiefling is obsessed with giant girlfriend who's 4 times her size. I think she knows she'll protect her. Look, if you're starving in a post-apocalyptic wasteland and suddenly someone is like, oh, I have tons of food and it just so happens to be meat. Do you want some? You cannot act surprised when it's people. You simply cannot. There are times and places where it's realistic to expect not to be served people. For example, in a pie shop underneath a barber shop. Then you can be all, oh God, it's people! If you're in a post-apocalyptic wasteland and are suddenly served some really good meat pie, you have to know it's people. Do you see any cows? No, they're all apocalypsed. It's your neighbor. If you're served food in a post-apocalyptic wasteland, ask yourself these questions first. Do I trust the person feeding me? Yes or no? Is this meat fresh? And if so, have there been any livestock non-apocalypse lately? And number 3, have I seen Kevin in the past week? And 4, am I willing to commit the penultimate culinary taboo? The ultimate culinary taboo is putting pineapples on pizza, a crime I regularly commit. Not this narrator, because if you do that, you're gross unless you grill the pineapple. Choose the crispy, crunchy, quite delicious option over the gooey, gross-baked one. And 5, how much did I like Kevin, really? And 6, obviously, is it tainted meat? We need an invite to the after party. We just want to stare at the guests until someone offers to take us. You guys want to use persuasion or intimidation? Both. Hey! Yeah? I want to go to the after party! Okay. No, seriously, can we go to the after party? No! You're not allowed there, but we really want you to. Okay, you can come on in. In my character's backstory, they've felled armies, slain gods, and saved the universe. Of course, none of that actually happened. They've just recently escaped a mental asylum. It's like, yes, listen. When your brain and your imagination's going wild, are you the player in the game? Is the game a game and your player? Or are you a game within the player within a game and a player? The world may never know. The DM doesn't want you to know this, but the monster's weapons are free. You can take them home. I have 458 goblin scimitars. What do you do with all of those, Joe? I do nothing at all. Hey everybody, Brian Von VA, back at it again, checking in after the vid. Please make sure to leave a like, subscribe, ring that bell, and of course, leave a comment down below letting us know what you like, what you don't like, and obviously if you have a meme either fresh off the presses or one that's been sitting in the freezer for a little too long, time to thaw that puppy out and send it on in because we love memes and we want to react to all sorts of them. Please be happy, be healthy, and we will see you next time. Bye for now.